So basically, Blokus is kind of competitive Tetris. Basically, each player is going to start on their respective corner of the board, and they're going to play one of their pieces, any one of them. We're going to go around playing our pieces. Now, when it comes back to you, you can play any of your pieces so long as it fits on the board and only touches a corner of one of your pieces. You may touch the sides of enemy pieces, but never your own.
Yeah, so, like, that would be legal. Like, he could not do this because
The two pieces are touching.
Okay.
And then the goal, each of these pieces has a certain number of squares for the grid. The goal is to end up with the fewest of these in your remaining pool at the end of the game.
So getting those long pieces out early is important, but it can also rush you into other people, which can cause problems.
And sometimes you need a long piece to put up a block in a specific spot, and if you burn all of them too early,
you never get the block.
You can't block effectively, and it gets ugly.
So how do we determine how people go? This isn't that the youngest person goes first BS, is it?
Fire! 19.
Roll it up here.
No, not on there. It's a metal die.
Oh.
Yeah,
is
it's
it
a
one
heavy
of?
one.
Is it one of
It's
James's
one of James's.
caltrops?
Yeah.
10. 3? It's like golf, right?
11. Feel goes first.
I feel like that's not
Actually
reasonable.
unfair. No, I agree.
Can you guys give it about 30 seconds? We're about 30 seconds behind here.
Oh, in the chat?
Yes.
What are they waiting for?
It's more that we're 30 seconds behind. Oh, like a full 30 seconds. They're still watching us explain.
I mean,
that's going to catch up.
That's
going to
catch up.
See a 30-second gap.
All right. Sorry.
So,
well, no, you're good.
It's yeah.
All right, Phil. Feel.
Oh,
P
he's
Hill.
all alone.
I'd be so pissed off if he played that one first.
I think it would be funny because he's wasting one of the most valuable pieces. There are times that's the only thing connecting you from being busted to someone else's section.
All right, Braden.
Phil did a thing.
This is my first game. I've seen it played once before.
I have like a Mario Brothers theme song going in my head. Like, wait, I play Tetris so much. I should know the
Can
Tetris
we
themes.
move the
Boxes?
boxes almost to the middle because you can't see the corners. The corners are covered up.
I think
Why don't we move the lower right back up to the top, and then we can push the board down?
Yeah.
I can... Wait. Leave that right where it is.
Oh, if I
I'm
do
going to
this,
pop that. And pop...
I mean, at some point we're going to be using those parts of the board.
Yeah, at some point we're going to be using parts of those boards, so put them at the top.
No.
Put them both at the top, please.
Well, we can't see the bottom of the board.
Well, we're going to push the thing.
We'll be fine.
Okay. You still can't see it that well. But you're good.
Yeah, that's the best we can kind of do because the medals will absolutely get filled up.
I'm sorry, chat. We have failed you.
Ooh. I think they probably would look better up at the top. Because those cut into the middle pretty hard.
Okay. They're up at the top now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll try to invent time travel for internet. And in that
it
time,
cuts out a teeny bit of the corner, but that's actually preferable.
Ooh, Shane taking the same line move I did.
Here you go, Phil.
Yeah, I need to stop watching the stream for where things are. That's a fool's errand.
Oh no, we're at just the very tippy top button down.
Do you want to do that? Probably not. Yeah, that's probably smarter.
I'm sure there's probably like a really intelligent math way to do this intelligently, but I have no clue what that is, so...
Go with your normal,
I am going to throw out the pieces, see what happens.
normal slash and burn techniques.
I mean, they work surprisingly often.
it's starting to fire early.
Yeah, there's definitely some spice going on over there.
I don't feel there is.
Shake it to the left.
That's right, these can be.
Yeah, I need to start getting a little aggressive with territory.
You know what the best part about this is? In about 10 seconds, I'll get to be a massive tick to fill. And it's going to be hilarious. It may give up board position. I shouldn't give up, but I am willing to make that sacrifice.
Why won't you go down?
There you go.
There you go.
Because you see there's these... When you place them correctly, they snap into place. When you jam them onto the walls...
Let's see the dick move, Shane.
I like this game.
That is a pretty dick move.
Right? Opens up the board for me, and you gotta be...
Chad is also
you gotta
observed
get out there.
The Shade Phil corner's looking pretty spicy.
Just you wait.
But wait, Shane has a retort.
Ooh.
That's not good.
That's all sorts of problems.
Bok bok.
Of course he went chicken on you.
This looks really good on this, by the way. Like,
Well,
this is showing up very nicely.
You are going to go visit them, huh?
Maybe. If you can get
That's-
it in.
kind of the idea.
When you're the third person in, it's not as bad.
This way. There you go. The best part is Shane can continue to be a dick.
I can. But I don't want to cede all that area to Braden, because Braden will not care I'm doing good work. He'll block me in just because he can and take 3/4 of the board for himself.
Yep.
Which you should not do that while I'm being a dick to Phil. There should be priorities at this table, Braden.
I am prioritizing. You'll notice I'm firmly headed for Phil's corner of the board and not yours.
What if Phil just decided to leave his corner alone?
He could. And Phil can keep this going if he wants to. Let's see. Do that. But I can do that.
Applaud Shane's dickishness. Shane! That was the definition of a textbook dick move.
It was. It was. But it was funny, and that's all that mattered to me. So if you want to keep this going, Phil, we can work on that. Let's see. Do I want that one or do I want the one that goes out one?
There is so much spice flowing over there right now.
There is. It is
It's like a Herbert Dune novel. Herbert's Dune novel over there.
There we go.
Damn.
Oh, I used that piece already, didn't I? Oh. No, that doesn't give me exactly where I want to be. What else do I got in here?
I don't know if that was smart.
I mean, continuing up to this corner was not going to be
It wasn't
nobody's
gonna work.
strategy.
Wasn't gonna work. Shane was not gonna.
We could have done that dance, but we would have gladly taken
Yeah.
a tied fourth place, somehow not even
Yeah.
tying for third.
Well,
Which we probably are anyway.
Ah! Oh.
No, Braden, no teamwork at all.
that's not at all true.
No. Kind of knew you were gonna gun for me, anyways.
Who, me?
No, that one.
Oh, well, yeah, him. In fairness, you did just come. Let us.
I was very clearly cutting off an avenue of escape for Phil.
Here we go. Lots of corners for us to work with.
See, there you go.
I think they boxed you in, Phil.
They've done a damn good job of it, that's for sure. It's my turn.
Sure
Yep.
is.
You're going to need to sprint to Braden's corners over there.
That would be smart.
He's not so much smart as he's a
Necessary.
desperate man now.
Between the efforts of Shane and myself, he has been put in the most severe of timeouts.
I love that yellow is in its own little space doing its own
Just
thing.
Yeah.
going to
I am doing my own little thing. They
So
are
Phil's
really...
right
keeping plenty
here.
of corners open so we can play
St.
out later.
Christopher is kind of... He has his own little avenue.
They have priorities. The first one being is ensure Phil cannot win.
So, fuck Phil.
Yeah, see? Exactly. Wow, I am
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
basically out of this game.
You cheeky bitch. I don't like where that's going.
Give him the full cheek, Chris.
Double cheek at this point.
Oh, even better. Thank you. I do feel the vindication. Although,
You only have one spot you can play off? Well, you have two.
He has 2. He lucked out. He can actually do a little jumping if he's creative.
No, actually.
He can. He's got to get
I
real.
No, he has one
fucking
spot because he
creative.
can't use that.
Yeah, I think he's just boned.
No, if he can get creative, he's got a spot he can play.
I know he
on.
does. And
He has literally one spot.
yeah.
And he didn't follow it. Okay.
Okay, 2 spots.
Alright then, well, I suppose it's time we put an end to that. Well, do I care enough?
Do I care enough for this?
Wow, fuck Tron. I mean Phil.
Feel?
Way to go, Braden. And then St. Christopher is at it again.
Well, let's just make sure I don't get completely closed out.
No, that's fair. I just wanted to get an annoying piece I usually get stuck with out of the way.
No, I
If
understand.
I wanted to be a dick, I would have crawled down the side,
not-
which I could have done.
I'm not entirely willing to fight Phil for that spot until I can close the trap.
Let's see. This is where I wish I was more intelligent about using the weirdly shaped pieces. But I am not, so we're just gonna have to run with it.
I think this will have to get added to the collection.
It's a fun.
It's a
is-
fun game.
Your kids would love to
And
torture
the
you.
the
in this
replay
game.
value is pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty excellent.
Hey, look at you thinking outside the box. Something feel.
Plus,
needs
it's
to learn.
Christmassy and festive in the middle now.
It really is. It's very nice.
And none of that blue to throw off the theme.
Well,
Throwing off the theme.
do you really need to think in portals? If you want to go 2 for 2 on the night, you have to think in portals.
Oh, he did use the square with the little thing.
Yes.
The square's not the worst play there either, though, because that gives him. Yeah. Oh, we were dicks.
Yeah.
Nice work.
He's
Steve.
got 4 moves he can do right now. Two.
You'd be amazed how often you set up something where you think a person's completely boxed in, and 6 moves later they have a breakout in this weird way.
Yeah,
I mean, they did a
he's
really
in
good job designing the shapes for that, because you'll see things open up that you could not have planned for.
Luckily for Phil, enough pressure's been placed on me that I can't afford to sit by.
And screw me over for the whole game.
So let's start getting some shenanigans going.
Oh, really good use of that piece.
Mm-hmm. It makes sure
It's
I'm
a
not,
hard piece to use.
It makes sure I'm not just boned.
Yeah.
It unfortunately gives Phil significant latitude, but there wasn't really much to
Yeah.
be done for that.
You can't win them all.
You can definitely try.
I need to use that piece.
Chris, you did a good job having that much open space.
Yeah,
It
just
really
crawling
has-
along the wall, staying out of the way, and then jumping out. Oh, that is mean.
And that's not going to stop my shenanigans.
You know, he's trying to cut me off, and that is uncalled for. I mean, it's not, but
Do you have a long skinny you can cut him
You
off?
need Christmas there.
Oh, I absolutely did not.
Well, that was more because of Chris. I would not have played that, except now I have to react to him, so here we go. Now you get to mess with Chris because he started this. By which I mean he brought it to our attention as a problem.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
He's thinking in portals now.
that's not amazing.
Cutting Shane off is usually a good call. The observing.
They're not completely wrong.
Who's the observing?
Evan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whose brother?
Well, I am just all kinds of boned.
Actually, I think most of us, I think all of us except Chris feel that way right now. Chris is quite pleased with how everything is played out.
I'm positive he is. Alright then.
Well, I was kind of hoping you'd leave that alone and keep it open, but...
I don't really have a choice because of what you
Nope,
did,
that's
so...
That's fair.
Where did you drop?
I
In the
put
corner,
them
so
here
you
in
can
the
break
corner
into
so
the
I
yellow
can
over there.
start getting out of here.
Oh, is that so?
I mean, there is literally nothing you can do to slow that up at this point, so
No,
yes.
there's not.
But he has a good chunks of the board he can play on, so he is not hurting.
Yeah, as I say, he's in very good shape.
So...
And Shane continues his lessons in being a dick.
Oh, you think the lessons of that are over? I'm about to give a speech of why I hope one person who's about to be angry shouldn't be angry at me.
I don't believe
So
that.
watch and observe. It's not you I'm mad at, Brayden, but I have to take it out on someone.
You don't.
And
Really? Wow.
the number of times you've had 0 blocks left, I
don't understand when this board turned against me, but I don't like it.
And that, my friends, is another lesson in dick moves.
Brought to you by Post Cereal.
Yeah, that was an appropriate response.
Well, fine.
I mean, the funny thing is, I very much might come in fourth because the pieces I have left versus where I need to fit are not great. But yes.
Sorry, that was hilarious.
And Chris just gets to build in relative peace, keeping
Yeah.
spaces open for his other
So
pieces.
mad.
I love this game.
I am so screwed.
Your turn, Phil.
Bing oof. Atta boy.
It was time. I just needed to get out of there, and you were.
Putting a moratorium on that. I have nothing else to do but mess with you now, Phil.
That's all they left you.
That is all they left me.
We shut it down. That's legal. Excuse me.
Oh, that.
Now you gotta get creative with the cheese whiz.
Listen, you play enough games with Braid and you end up becoming a complete dick whether you intend to or not. It's just
Pretty sure what Braden did is what kids are calling a power move.
Look, it's not about winning anymore. It's about sending a message.
I like your creativity.
It's legitimately the one good thing I'm good at.
Actually, I think I'm going to be 4th place. But I messed with Phil and then Braden, so it was worth it.
Yeah, no,
And it was hilarious.
It was. I mean, they were dick moves. They were not strategic enough in any way, but...
You did fork me over pretty hard.
not if you end up in 2nd place.
No? Okay, can't move it that way.
I think that's my move, but I gotta see what Shane does first.
And yes, chat, that is exactly the message.
What's the message?
Screw you, feel.
Oh, okay.
From hell's heart I stab at thee.
You usually do a pretty good job. Thank you, Shane, for turning up the heat so he couldn't just keep...
To be fair, it was
repeatedly stabbing.
literally Shane and Chris. The two of them together decided that I just got to be completely 100% cut off.
Ooh, good move. I like it.
We'll see.
Legal because it's 2 corners. Suck it, Phil.
Well, that... Oh.
Wow. That was impressive. Now you're busting into Chris's area if he doesn't block you. It's the best I had, chat. I tried.
So you don't want that? Yeah, I want that.
Interesting.
Also, wow, Chris and Shane have some heckin' plays right now.
Mm-hmm.
Tekken plays?
Heckin'. Like I'm doing a bamboozle. A heckin' bamboozle.
You have children. How are you not up with what the kids are saying these days?
Because the oldest one is in 2nd grade.
That's old enough.
To know what heckin' bamboozle is?
Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. That space is basically dead to me anyway.
Yeah. That worked out really well, actually.
I'm impressed.
I do have to admit that my pursuit of cutting off other players left this big gap of unusable space in my
The observing
territory.
says I'm a dinosaur and I know what the kids are saying.
The observing is younger than Braden, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Feels plays are so creative. I get the feeling he cut off a lot in his game.
He does get cut off a lot in this game.
This is my first game.
And you've been cut off a lot.
You have. Your percentages are therefore quite high.
Mathematically, it checks out.
It's an old code, sir, but it checks out.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Schemer. Go. Do scheming and plotting.
I mean...
Do your thinking. Show them your bamboozle. Heckmate, atheists. Checkmate.
Yeah, I'm only about 2, possibly 3 moves left, depending how this works.
Got 2. Maybe. Maybe
Now, I
one.
always tell myself to use these squares in the beginning because I always get stuck with them at the end, and I never do it. I never learn my lesson.
Okay, I have 3 moves I can do. Maybe.
I think I gotta make a move.
Nah, Heckmate is inappropriate too. playing this one again.
Oh, I'm game for a rematch.
Bok.
That's fine, because my amount of available moves may very well be 1, depending on what plays are made next, so... Just depends how it plays out.
Shame.
Oh, come on, Phil. You could win this still. And they teamed up on you. You have 5 moves.
I know.
That's very frustrating.
But
You have 5 freaking moves. I have 2, and he has maybe 3, and Shane has second place.
No, I actually think I'm last. I think, and depending on how he plays this, if he wants to be vindictive versus smart, he can actually win.
You've got... Yeah,
Boy, he left a lot of really bad pieces for himself, though.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Except they all fit into the space that's open on the board.
For the moment.
Heckmate sounds like a good name for a board game, actually, Hobo Steve says.
Not
Kinda
wrong.
does, yeah.
Not wrong at all.
Actually, I look forward to the time where we can have a live stream with 6 or 7 players for some of those fun games.
Oh, he
Yep.
is going to be vindictive.
No, he's not actually. That I can work with. For one more turn.
fuck!
You could have blocked me, or you could have done the smart move, and you did neither. That was amazing.
Good job, Phil.
I'm good with
I don't
that
have a
arrangement.
piece that I could have blocked you with.
Yes, you do.
You totally do.
You
Oh, I could, but it
You
would
could have just placed that piece differently, and you could have blocked.
do. Yes.
Well, it blocked me from moving in the future, though, and I did not look at what you had there.
Well, okay then. That's... Errors were made. That's how we learn.
Story of my life. Actually, if I ever write an autobiography, that's going to be the title. Errors were made.
It's a good title. You dumbass.
I legitimately deserve it on this one.
Yeah.
You dumbass!
Yeah, the table's turned, and then...
You had
Then the doorbell
5
rang.
moves, and you played the one move that bumps you down to 2, maybe. Dumbass.
Yes, but
God, I would give.
but it was
free board
entertaining,
games.
and that is worth something in today's day and age.
I,
Fucking hell. I
well done, Shane.
just don't see my move. Where can I hopscotch to escape? I don't think I can. I think,
don't know if you have one.
I think Braden.
What's your smallest piece?
Synced me.
You got the 1.
I got the 1 and a 3.
There's a couple places you can play a 1, but
Yeah.
I don't think they
It
open
won't.
up anything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can find a place to jump it.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I don't
we
think
sealed you there.
No, it's not there.
And I pretty well closed that corner out.
Yeah, it's not there. I screwed myself over with how I played this corner.
But you were very amusing just sitting there in the corner. So now the big question, where is the best place for that all-important one? Where is its final home, St. Christopher?
Shut up, you. Go back to being a dumbass.
The sad thing is, there really isn't a screw you place he can play.
Yeah, it's just he has like 2 or 3 spots where it's there. It doesn't block
it
anyone, it doesn't
exists.
stop anyone, it's there. Yeah.
It exists. That is its job.
I can't remember. One person can't make a move, do the others just keep going until they can't make any?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought. That way one person can't just kind of suicide themselves.
Cool.
I think I'm out.
I like it. It's nice, it's within pattern.
I'm glad you finally saw it.
No, I knew it was there forever. I was saving
He
it.
wasn't in a position where he needed to really fight anybody for it.
Yeah, so why use it if you didn't have to at that exact moment?
Pretty much.
And this will be my last move. Sorry? Oh, those really shifted out, didn't they? I got rid of one of the squares.
Oh, I hate you. Look at your easy pieces. I'm remembering this.
Yeah.
Yeah, those go first next turn. And so do you and you.
Go ahead, Braden.
Ooh. I think Phil just won. Back to you, Phil. Phil.
Oh, you're done?
Yeah.
Actually, that does go in there.
My fault. Instead of going after Brain earlier, I should have finished Phil off.
Think he's got you, Braden.
You might think so. I'm not wholly convinced that's true at this juncture.
Do you have more than one piece left?
I have 3.
Phil has 1.
Oh, he's got his single left. Yeah, he probably has me, but let me see what I can do with this.
How many squares do you have left, Chris?
5.
No, I mean total squares. I have 17.
2, 4,
Look, Chris, I'm your neighbor. I
10,
gotta use the restroom. Be right back.
12, 14, 16, 18, 22.
That's fine. I spent most of the time giving Phil a headache, even if he wanted. So.
Making it funny. There's an important
Oh, what I should have
distinction.
done is I thought there's a chance for you to screw her brain there with one move. It was just funny. I should have just capped Phil off there.
That would have been a good idea.
But
Yeah, I'm
you
also
always-
down to my last
but
piece.
you
but
always-
it's
Never
important.
But you-
half-ass 2 things. Whole-ass 1 thing.
Well, that's fair. But he wins every time, all the time, and it gets aggravating. So, once in a while, when you say, hey, maybe I could screw him over with this, I had to take my opportunity, chat.
I'm down to my last 4 piece, and that's all I can do.
So, you were in second place.
Field 1. I had such great field advantage, and I lost.
Your
Don't pull the rotator cuff, man.
your open space was just too bountiful, and it attracted entirely too much attention.
Yeah, you need to get a few pieces out there 1 or 2 moves earlier.
I gotta get those nasty big ones.
Yeah, I mean, I've had one too many big
I
ones
understand
at the end,
not
but
wanting to leave Braden alone.
Yeah, it's also a bad decision, but it usually doesn't matter even if you pick on him, which is just aggravating.
that is fair, given that I was able to get down to my last piece despite getting completely hosed.
Alright.
So I can't even argue that, but
I'm good. Grabbing this.
Alrighty then. Well, obviously Phil should not go first because he's won 2 games. Bastard.
agreed.
So once again, this is why y'all should have not been so panicked during Settlers, because then we could have spread out the pain.
You literally committed the same exact sin.
In Settlers?
No,
I built
yeah,
a Oregon.
you committed the Settlers sin in this game. Everything you're mad at me about for Settlers, you were responsible for in that last round of Blokus.
Phil was not the clear lead threat, though.
I disagree.
Okay, so raise your hand at this table if you've complained the whole game that someone was losing and then someone's a threat and then you beat them by 88 points. Raise the hand.
No.
You know the game I'm talking about.
No.
88 points, Braden.
I
You
was
got
just
off
good
camera,
queen
not
with
off how the board
That's
works.
right. We're doing the diamond thing there. And sorry, I'm fighting dueling OCD things here. And
I
it is,
It's driving me nuts. Let's off the camera.
Good. The chat is learning that you are too dangerous to be left alone in Catan. That was the lesson they took away from that game.
Sorry.
Me?
Sorry,
Yes,
Shane. If I've learned anything playing Catan with you, you absolutely need to be kept in check. That's from the observing.
That is fair. I will state this, though. The aggravating part to me is not being kept in check is the number of times Brayden yells that I'm the threat, and then most of the game because nobody keeps him in check. It's like if you have 2 threats, you still have 2 threats.
And no.
Oh, by the way, I had 3 threats that entire game.
Yeah, you need to.
In fairness,
you need to joke
I
with
was a
little bit
lot
earlier.
less of a threat than the other 2, which is why we ended up being partners toward the end of that game.
It was like World War
I
I.
only needed 1 more resource than the last 2 people rolling, and I would have won," said the guy.
Yeah, and a 7 would have basically set me back to the stone.
I will also
so-
say that Shane was very close to winning Catan tonight as well.
Yeah, that was weird coming out there. Although once you cut me off the longest road, it was much brickier than it looked after that.
And the observing says, yes, that's a fair complaint.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, basically seeing that you were once you revealed the victory point, which if you hadn't have done that, I think you'd have gotten away. But once you revealed the
that's
victory
even
point,
that
you
far.
basically revealed, I have a gun to the table.
That's true.
Which then went away as you continued to hammer me after I lost longest road. Because I couldn't make up the
To be fair,
points.
I didn't do anything to you once longest road.
Because it required both of them for me to win.
Yeah, but
You're
you were
throwing
also
Monopoly
a
on
development card away at any time from basically putting us down. A lot less likely than what would have happened if you'd been left alone. But
Sorry, gentlemen.
Safe to say we can blame Phil for that one.
I mean, in fairness, Phil was the threat the entire game.
Oh, Chris, you were 4th. Feel free to go first. That seems fair. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of hear you on that one.
I'm a fan of blaming Phil as well. The observing says.
It is a good plan.
It's not a bad strategy.
It's a bold move.
I was gonna say that's kind of. Ahem.
No. Well, I'm going there anyway, and you can't stop me. But if I can skip your turn, then the rest of us can
It
do
opens
better.
up a new world of strategy we didn't think of before.
Cheating! It's so obvious now.
That could even be a new car, and you know we've always wanted one of those. Oh, he's starting aggressive towards you.
I think there's some salt.
Holy Lord, Phil. What did you eat?
Sorry.
Like one of those little 2-year-old kids.
Dude, our youngest clear a room.
That sounds like a kid, yep.
She's just farting and you look over and she's just being sweet and innocent and just makes you go like, was that you? And she's like, yeah.
Boy, that's 2 for 2 on blaming Phil. Jeez. Cutting him off and heading towards Braden.
Well, he has plenty of room, so it's not a cutoff. It's just...
Insane.
I'm not in trouble yet.
No, when they come together like that and each person has 2 directions, that's fine. Now that's an attempted cutoff right there.
We're just going to curb that before it can get started. Could you not?
I can, and I will.
He could, but he won't.
At least I know there's at least one balancing force in the world.
Lots of angles there.
All kinds of angles.
There's all sorts of bad things going on. Yeah, that's super distressing.
Wait, can I?
You can flip it.
That's all I wanted.
No, I was keeping open area as a level of peace, and then you just went and cut off a bunch of corners. That's...
It's not very peaceful.
He just shot Franz Ferdinand.
I'm getting a lot.
Could you not?
I'm getting a lot of salt from that corner.
Well, in fairness, I was kind of playing peaceful with you, and you kind of fucked me there, Phil.
I did not.
So
Damn it.
we're
Oh.
gonna... You started it. See, that's to open up areas, and then you were cutting it off. It's like... Oh, fine. You want to start that way? Fine. We'll go to war. We could have a nice little peace conference here, but someone has to go and shoot the Archduke.
Yeah, I know how that be.
Case in point. I'm not going to give him an angle. I'm going to wrap around instead of using my long pieces I need to get rid of.
He's got to save those for Braden.
I'll burn this bridge when
I need
damn
you to step off.
damn Alito. There you go.
Step off, you say?
Step off.
How
on that.
about we step on?
I don't like
Man, that's a lot less concerning to me in the grand scheme of things.
Yep, I'm looking.
The evening of world wars. LOL.
Let's see.
We need to do a Saturday game of Scythe.
I mean, we could do a one night, but yeah.
No, we need a proper Saturday of Scythe.
So the game is fun, but it is
Yeah.
the textbook definition of brain drain.
That is a Saturday game. Can't we all just get along, the observing says?
No.
No, if you
Fuck
watched
off
us,
on the observing.
if you
Absolutely
watched
not.
us for more than one session, you know we can't.
Yeah.
There are proprieties to observe.
Mainly beat Braden.
Yeah, I don't think I'm...
You're not the punching. He's not the punching bag. This.
I was a punching bag last game. I'm
You
used
were.
to
And
it.
yet you won anyway. What does that say?
You're bad at your job.
Oh, he went there.
He did.
He's claiming your territory there,
Literally.
Austro-Hungary.
I'm not at war with you. I'm cutting off every fucking angle. This is why no one wants to cooperate with you, Phil. There were lots of moves, and you did the dickiest move of all of them.
He's not wrong.
Damn, feel savage takes.
Yes, I can.
That's a nope.
I mean, that's fine. I'm happier that I got that particular piece out of the way.
Whatever
Wow,
helps you stay.
I am severely fucked. I am running out of places with most of the board open.
I need you to not.
Thank
I
you.
literally have no places left in one more round if I don't do that.
Yeah, Chris is probably going to be a bastard and cut you off.
He's been playing nice with Shane.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, Phil has literally cut off this entire board in case you haven't noticed. I can't use any of that.
Good. Yeah, it's down. Boy, this is a lot about conserving your.
Since that's what
Ew is getting greedy.
I need to get these big pieces gone while I still can.
You done?
I'm good.
Moto.
I have used that piece already. Hang on, yes I have. Okay.
Whose turn is it?
Mine.
It's Phil's.
Fear up.
No, that doesn't work on me.
Fear up.
Oops.
You got your what's it?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Put in a moratorium on that. Oh shit. Gotta flip it the other way. I want to flip it the other way. Yeah, actually, that's probably better. But probably not. Fine. Lives here now. Putting a moratorium on that particular expansion.
I believe in you, Chris.
Oh, I know he can do all sorts of other idiocy, but
Ooh, no. Can I?
go ahead.
St. Chris is going on a crusade against Braden.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I gotta do.
We are not talking much right now. Sorry, chat. This is
This game got intense all of a sudden.
yeah, it's suddenly.
Sometimes you have to think. Especially guys like him. Ooh, good move.
I mean, I actually don't have that many because some people keep cutting off 3 corners at a time. Up until the last turn, Phil. Last turn, Chris. No, you can't. That's not a corner.
Oh no, don't worry. We can be plenty entertaining.
Yes, you guys can,
I have
actually.
no doubt on that whatsoever.
Where'd you place?
He went there. Good use of that little 3-piece. I mean, Chris, I thought we were friends, but these last few moves, I am reconsidering that situation. Ah. Let's see.
I left you a couple angles. Not many, but enough to escape if need be. don't you
I
voice
really wish you
nicely
wouldn't
with the
have
other
done that.
children?
I mean, look at the lack of options I have left because 2 people are tag teaming me right now.
I mean,
Why
I'm
won't you
in a
play nice
similar
with the other
boat,
children
so I
in chat
understand. I
There's
am
other
not a
children.
fan of rewarding that.
He said there's other children. Rhetorically. Because he's feel.
Have you gone, Phil, or is it your turn?
Yes, I went.
Yeah, I think next game, if we have a third game, I'm just going to pay attention to you after all of the bullshit you've done to me.
Yeah, that is not the worst thing. That is not the
See
worst
how
thing.
you do when I actually am fighting you directly instead of Phil.
I'll let Phil win at that point.
I'm sure you will, but I'll have put you down, and I feel like that's a victory I can get behind this evening.
Yeah. Close that door.
What door?
The barn door. You don't close your barn doors. Oh, funny story about barn doors. So I was,
That is one of the weirdest transitions I think I've ever heard.
Funny story about
Funny story about barn doors.
so I was closing the
know?
barn door in my Stardew Valley game. And,
Ugh. Really wish you wouldn't.
There,
You have other places to play.
No, he doesn't.
absolutely not. We have to
Take
close
all
you
his
off.
nice
I
things.
literally have like 2 other spots which no one else can play on.
That is literally my only playable spot.
Wow, Braden's been boxed into a nice little corner.
Yeah, I'm done after this turn. Because I can't fight all 3 of you.
Dude.
I'm
Cool,
not fighting
I'm out.
you, I am fighting them.
Dude, you are. I'm out. I can't play any more pieces.
Rough.
Yeah, because I'm fighting all 3 of you.
I mean, in
got
fairness,
one.
I was not fighting you directly.
You got one I can see.
I like looted.
I'm for all intents and purposes
Yeah,
out.
you're done. Yeah.
Did you just go, Chris?
Yep.
Where'd you put?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a tiny space I can put one of these other stupid pieces, and then I'm done. Because I got boxed into my last rep got cut. So, yep.
Oh, believe me, I know it.
You
I
don't,
think
because you
those-
have more routes.
I think Phil's whole strategy has been, Shane has 6 outs. I'm going to cut off 4 with 1 move.
You played Phil?
Yes,
Mhm.
you did.
Cool. I don't even care where that goes.
1 up.
It's gotta go this way, right there. There you go.
I
Nope,
can't go
nope.
there.
It goes. Yeah.
That one might not be the one that goes. It might be
Nope.
this 4-drop.
I thought it was this. No, it's this one.
Cool. I'm out. Because, like I said, I'm literally fighting all 3 of you. I cannot do anything if I'm fighting 3 people.
You technically fought me without me fighting you.
I don't
That
know how
is-
Phil funneled
Phil?
everybody.
That particular piece
Uh-huh.
boned me.
Well, this I know.
Then
So,
you fought
speaking
me.
of barn
Congratulations.
Yeah, Braden got taken to the Host Town RV dealership.
You are not wrong. I'm
you
buying their
mention- Yeah,
sportiest
yes, I did, yeah.
model.
So I was closing the barn door in my game on Stardew Valley, and it was like closing time, you know, when all the animals go inside. And I was waiting, and one of these pigs glitched out, and he kept digging up truffles. So I had 12 truffles by the end of the day. And they were all gold quality.
Nice.
And that's my interesting story about a barn door.
I feel
That
let
was
down.
very anticlimactic.
I didn't
for the
say it was a
segue.
great story, I just said I had a story about barn door.
I am deeply let down. I have to sit out of this game,
If it makes you
and
feel
that's the best you
if
could
it makes
bring
you feel any
me.
if it makes you feel any better, Chris a few moves ago means I have 1 move left, or possibly 0, depending on what he does this turn.
I mean, it doesn't on the grounds that there was literally nothing I could do this game.
Save
I
yourself
deserve
another
that.
day, Phil or Shane.
Yeah, one more, I think, is it.
Yep, I think you got one more in you.
Yep.
Ooh. Sorry, Braden.
Look, I can't win a 3v1. That is literally how this game went.
Chris, nice.
How many squares do you have left?
I don't even want to count. It is more than you.
I'm not sure it is.
5, 9, 14, 18, 22, 27, 30.
Okay, it is.
Yeah, there is zero chance I wasn't getting last.
Pro Stardew Valley stats. Yes, yeah, it was a very good day in Stardew Valley for me that night. I had so much truffle oil,
Sorry,
I didn't know what to do with it. And I didn't do what the mayor does with truffle oil either.
I will
Those
disrespect
details of that
all
game
the
are insane.
strats. You can't stop me, Chad.
That was a really good move, Shane.
Yeah.
I mean, I was saving this for the 5, and then that I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, when it looks, I actually have 2 moves left.
You might have actually put me down to my last move.
I'm heartbroken. How will I ever get over betraying you like that after
Oh,
you cut me
no.
off all game?
How
I'm just
dare
saying.
you.
I'm just saying, like, you might actually just shorten my game a lot.
Boned myself on this one.
Well, you really don't have many places left. Boy.
I can't figure out how to get another move out of this.
You might not have any moves.
Yeah,
You
he's
have
got
left.
one.
Yeah,
I've got placing this that I can see.
and I think there's only one place you can put that.
There's
actually.
3.
Well,
Oh,
I can
there's
put
2
it
down
here,
there, yeah.
here,
Here.
in there, in here, in here.
Yeah, I think that's all you got because you're hugging up everything else.
Yep. I think that's
That's
it.
what you get for wasting space cutting me off every chance you get.
Dick.
He's still got less squares than me. That's infuriating. Your turn, Mr. Quist.
21. I beat Braden. That's all that matters.
I mean, it wasn't hard. The table did your work for you. That's not anything to be proud of.
Put me in there.
Chris, I think you're going to take this, buddy. I think the wild card's going to take it.
Actually, I think Chris has it right
Also,
now.
the observing, might I suggest upgrading to a toaster?
What did he say?
If he ever gets
Well,
a
it's your
desktop
turn again,
better than
Chris.
his current potato, he'll sink so much time into Stardew Valley after finishing the Skyrim DLC. So my suggestion is upgrading to a toaster. Then you can play League of Legends at least.
Ooh. I wouldn't want to deal with that toxic community.
It's pretty toxic. There's a reason I haven't played League in the better part of 5 years.
That's my last one.
Boy, League is a toxic community.
Oh.
Which is
And
a shame.
Chris, the wild card.
Hang on. I still have 2 more that I can possibly play.
I can't see you getting the big one in, but you can get your. I saw a place for
There's
your
one
single.
place for your small one.
There's a couple places for the small one. I just don't want to see victory just
Well, you can't be picky when it's so small.
Shush.
I'm pretty sure that is the only place for your small ones.
Oh,
I guess there's one
poked
over there,
yeah.
Chris,
Congrats.
nice.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, it's speech time.
There you go. Go ahead, Chris. You're on that one.
I just want to say that it's been a blessed game by me as the Saint Chris. I blessed Braden with a loss because he needs to learn that through true defeat comes the ultimate victory.
I am cratering you next game. Absolutely just dumpstering you. Just so you're warned.
And I want to point out,
Do we want to play this again, or do we want to pop out sushi?
it's 9.
It's 9.
Yep.
I better
The
go.
time flies. We're having fun with chat here.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
You guys are awesome.
I want more games.
And I want to point out that after Phil's
2:30.
pissing me off most of the game, I
Wake
beat him
up,
that
Philly.
time.
What'd you end up with?
Like 17. I was walking
14.
14.
I finished at 21.
So, I'm just pointing out, had we been cooperative instead of you cutting off every angle, we both could have used more pieces. If you like what you just saw, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more great gaming content.